July of 2007, the Government of Alberta enacted the Climate Change and Emissions Management Act. This act required large final emitters of greenhouse gases within Alberta to either reduce their emissions or to purchase carbon credits from qualified, verifiable sources within Alberta. Farmers can create carbon credits under a number of protocols available to them, but the one that we've been focusing on at AGRI-TREND is the Tillage Management Protocol. Under this protocol, if a farmer is following the specific definitions as laid out in the protocol, they can generate carbon offsets via their tillage management practice or zero-till management practice on annual seeded crops according to a formula issued by the Alberta government. AGRI-TREND Aggregation has worked with the Government of Alberta as well as progressive producers within Alberta since the inception of this legislation. We've now transacted 4 large pools of tons and have returned greater than $4 million in revenues back to Alberta producers. We have the experience, the knowledge, and the transparency to transact within this new system for Alberta producers. Nobody has transacted more agricultural based tons than AGRI-TREND. Dependent upon the region in which you're farming and the number of acres that you have that you're farming that qualify under this protocol. We've returned checks to farmers from as little as $1,500 up to $175,000. The information that we need for you to get started in the carbon offset generation business is relatively simple. We need to understand what kind of equipment you've been using, how many acres you've been seeding, and on what legal land descriptions for the years being claimed. And that may go back as early as 2002. You should expect AGRI-TREND to service your needs under this legislation now and well into the future. You should expect us to keep your data confidential, and you should expect us to be prompt in our payment to you once your tons are marketed. Other protocols in development on top of the tillage management protocol include potentially a perennial forage protocol, a nitrogen management protocol, and protocols to do with the with bovine methane emissions in a feedlot situation. This legislation, as we know it, is available only in Alberta. Alberta is the only regulated environment for greenhouse gas emissions in North America at the present time. However, the government of Saskatchewan is apparently very, very close to introducing legislation which will create a regulated environment for greenhouse gas emissions in Saskatchewan as well. We have every intention of growing our business into Saskatchewan with the same level of transparency and competence that we've displayed here in Alberta to bring this opportunity to Saskatchewan growers as quickly as possible.